Hello friends, welcome to the Southern Mountain Kitchen. Today we're going to make an easy homemade eggnog. So eggnog is not that hard to make. It just takes a few steps with a few different ingredients. As you can see, you will have to separate your egg yolks from your egg whites. There are a few ingredients here to put in, but this is so much cheaper to make at home than to go to the grocery store and pay the high price they want for something that I have to tell you, last time I bought one of the containers they had, it really didn't taste good at all. It just had a horrible, icky taste to it. So we're going to do this at home and make it taste a little bit better and a lot cheaper. So what we're going to do is start off with a half a cup of granulated sugar, and to that we're going to add 6 egg yolks. And we are going to take a whisk and we are going to totally combine these together. And what you want to do is keep beating these egg yolks until you bring all of the sugar into them. We don't want any granulated sugar anywhere in this container by the time we're done. We want it blended into the eggs. And what you're trying to do is get a yellow frothy consistency that's very light, that you've scraped the sides of the bowl and the bottom, you don't have any of that sugar left over, and it's just basically been whisked till it's really, really light. Now once we get this done, we're going to set it to the side. Now as we're going to be doing this, there's going to be 2 times you're going to have to heat something this. You can either do it in a saucepan on the stove or in a container in the microwave. I'm going to use the microwave, and we're just going to jump through this quickly because it's really not that hard to do. So we're starting out with 2 cups of milk in my container, and to this I'm adding 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. And you're like, wow, how do you know you put a cup in there? Well, because I'm using a measuring cup and reading off the side as I'm pouring into it. Then to that we are going to add a pinch of salt, and then we're going to add a half a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and then we are going to heat this up in the microwave until it's kind of steamy, because we just want it to the point where it's steamy hot. And we're going to take that and pour it back into our egg yolks and sugar, and we're going to put in a little at a time, and we're going to stir this up with our whisk. And what we're doing is tempering the eggs. So as we keep doing this, we're just going to add a little bit, and then we're going to whisk it and add a little more, and then we're going to whisk it. And this is going to make it a fluffier consistency, but it's also making all of this go together in a way we want it to give us the flavor, the consistency, what we want to do. Now just a reminder, this is going to be kind of thin as you're doing it. After we heat this up again, we're going to refrigerate it. When you refrigerate it, it'll start to thicken. So keep doing this and adding in and whisking. Now when we get all of the milk poured into this and we've got this completely whisked through, what we're going to try to do is take this and, either in a saucepan or the microwave, take this up to 160 degrees in temperature. And if you're doing it in the microwave, you're going to do this in bursts and you're going to whisk it along the way. If you do it on the stove top and you have it on a burner, you can literally just whisk it as it's heating up. Either way, you're still going to get to the same end result. So keep pouring in your milk mixture and keep stirring this up with your whisk. And this is going to take a minute to do, to get it to the point where everything is totally added in. The good thing about doing it this way is, as you're adding in this in stages, it's actually helping you to whisk this a lot, and you're getting that frothy consistency that you want overall in your eggnog. So just keep going for it. And as you're also whisking this up, you're going to notice around the edges you're going to see a lot of bubbles and everything forming from where you're frothing this up, and that's a good thing. And now we've got the rest of the milk into our eggnog, and we're going to keep whisking this for a couple minutes, and then we're going to do the heat up in either the stovetop or the microwave. Remember, 160 degrees, and you're going to whisk it periodically through the process. If you're on the stovetop, you can do it the whole time. Otherwise, in the microwave, you're going to have to do it 30 seconds and whisk it, 30 seconds, and then whisk it until you get to the 160 degrees. So just make sure everything is stirred together before we start to heat. And once it's heated and it comes back, it's going to look a lot like this. So after this is done, you're going to transfer this into another container after you put in your vanilla extract, which we actually added into this 1/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then we're going to refrigerate it. And once it's refrigerated, then basically I would leave it in the refrigerator for hours until it gets cold. You don't want the stuff warm, you want it cold. And it's basically going to be ready for you to have then. But like I said, once it's been in the refrigerator for a few hours, it's going to thicken up, because as it cools down, it'll become thicker and ready to use. And when you serve this, you can put on top of it something like some ground cinnamon. You could add alcohol to this if you want. And this is what mine looked like when it was done, and I served it with some bourbon balls, which I made in a previous recipe. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. And if you get a chance, check out my cookbooks, which are available in bookstores worldwide. The first is about everyday cooking. The second is all about baking. Have a great day.